Hello and welcome to another episode of Draw with Stacy, our pre-recorded drawings. So to finish out Water Week, I thought we would do a drawing that really had to do with consumption of water. We've drawn a lot of things that are in the water, and now I just thought we would give our ode to water itself. So we are going to do something kind of cute today, I think. I know just when you hear it, it doesn't sound like the most exciting drawing, but we are going to make it pretty cute. So I am going to start by drawing a curved line that comes across the page just slightly, just not too big. And then basically we're making a cup right now. So from each side, these lines are going to angle in. And you want them about the same length. Sometimes when you're doing lines like that, you'll have one a little shorter than the other, but you can always just extend it or shorten it once you come to the point where you're going to connect them. So we're going to connect them here with a curved line. And you can see I need to make this side just a little bit longer. So I'm just going to bring this line down so it matches up. And now up here at the top, I'm going to do another curved line so I get some dimension here, and I'm seeing both the inside of the glass and the outside edge of the glass. Now from this point, I am going to pause a little bit. I'm not going to do much more detail inside there because a drawing of just a cup of water would be quite boring, so I want to make it a little bit cuter. So up above this cup that we've drawn, let's put an oval right above it. Not touching, you want to have some room here. So just above this top space, I'm doing an oval. And then I'm going to do a very drastic curved line coming up above this oval. So just bringing this around and back down. Now off to the side here, I'm going to do kind of a hot dog shape on this side. And then evenly on the other side, you can do that by taking your pencil, bringing it to the other side without making that mark, and then dropping your pencil and put the shape in. And you know, the ears don't have to match up exactly, but you can definitely kind of change the shape if one ended up a little bit bigger, which mine did. I just extended a little, and then I'll go ahead and erase that line that's inside. I will do an inner ear circle, so now you have a little clue. We are drawing an animal. Forgive my animals in the background that are barking at something at the door. And then I'm going to give my animal, wonder if you've guessed it yet, little horns up on the top. So a horn on each side. I'm going to draw two ovals inside the face for the eyes. I'm going to do little circles of light inside of those shapes. Two ovals for the nose, for the snout. And a smile. So does everyone guess what we're drawing right here? I'm going to put a little wavy line for a spot on what is going to be my cow. Now, I know you're probably thinking, Stacy, you're crazy. Why are you drawing a cow? Cows make milk. They don't make water. Why would you be doing water and a cow? Well, Did you know that of all the animals, per body weight, cows drink more water than any other animal? So a cow has to drink tons of water to survive. So cows and water have a super tight link together. There's no other animal that drinks as much water per body weight as a cow does. So now let's give our cow his body. I'm going to do a curved line that comes off to the sides. And you can make these as big or as small as you want. If you want your cow to be a little bit fatter, you could really bring the lines out more. And I want my cow to be holding this cup of water. So I'm going to start a little line on the inside of the body, bring it around. It's almost like that hot dog shape again, and out to the outer edge here. I'll do the same thing on the other side. Again, keeping it about even. Bring it around and out to the side. And then you can erase the cup line that goes across that hand. And that matches up pretty good. They're not exact, but they don't have to be when you're just doing the cartoon illustrations. And now if you want, you can do a line at an angle right here, a line at an angle over here for the hoofs. And then I'm actually going to put a little V shape in this circle. So a little V. So it ends up looking a little bit more like the cow hoof. And you can either erase this tiny little line that comes across, or when you go in your pen, just know that you need to trace around that outside edge. And now same thing down for the legs. I'm just going to do a line coming down, a line that curves in, and then the line that comes back up. I need to extend my line a little bit. The middle line for between the legs. And then on this side, the line that comes down, line down from here, and the curved line to connect. You can do the line across for that hoof, and then a little V to accentuate it. I'm going to put a little tail off to the side, just two little lines that connect into a point. And then I'm going to add a couple more spots to my cow. So just doing wavy lines wherever you see fit, wherever you think the cow needs a spot. I'm going to put one right here, a little smaller one. And maybe one down here on the leg. And now in my cup, I'm going to do a wavy line across. This will be my water line. And I'm going to go ahead and animate or humanize my cup of water. And so I am going to give him eyes. I'm going to start with one eye with the circle. Do the two little circles of light inside. I'm going to have the other eye winking, so that curved line. And you can do some little lash lines up on top. I'll even put a little lashes over here. Let's give him a smile. And then I'm going to give him a little tongue that's licking upward. So just a little hot dog tip with a line down at the base. And let's go ahead and put my cow standing on a surface. And see how when I start this surface, I'm realizing that this foot is much shorter than the other. You know what you do there? You just make it a little bit longer. So I'm going to elongate that foot, and then I'm going to move that V down here. And I'm not going to worry about erasing. I'll just put in the line that I want to keep. And now I'm going to go in with my pen to outline. So I'll put all of these in, most everything up here. I don't have to worry about leaving any lines off. I'm going to end up putting them all in. It's more down at those feet and the hands where I have a couple little lines that I didn't erase. One little circle in the eye. That reflection of light. And see, I bet you when we started Water Week, the last thing you thought we would draw is a cow. But it makes sense once you know that little fun fact about cows. And I actually, to be honest, I did not know that myself. I knew when we were doing a drinking water drawing that I wanted to draw an animal, and so I just started searching to see what animal drank the most water. And now this, I will put this whole line in. I'll put this whole line in. And now down in my feet, I'm going to come down, over, put that triangle, over, and then back up. Same thing over here, down, over, put that triangle in, over, and back up. And then I can put that little hoof line. I can bring this one down just a little bit since I made the foot longer. And then see all of these other little lines inside, I'm just going to erase those out. That's the beauty of working in pencil, is you get to make any changes you need to make and you can just erase them behind. Same with the hooves here. I'm putting that little V in. You could also give these hands more of a square shape so they match the bottom legs. And now let's put this cup of water in. And that tongue, little lashes. I'm going to put 3 on this side since I did 3 lashes on that eye. I'll have it match. And then my water line. And this last spot on the cow. And then my ground line. And now we can erase all of our pencil marks that we've left behind. It's kind of fun coming up with something that both fit the theme but was a little different, was a little unexpected. And probably some saw the schedule and thought of drawing about drinking water. How boring is that? But I say, you know, we really need all that water. I drink a lot of water myself. It's actually my favorite beverage. And there we go. So now let's get going on some of the coloring. I'm going to make my cow brown and white. I'm going to start with just a light pink coloring inside of this inner ear shape. I will do a darker pink for the nostrils. I'll do a black for the hooves. You could also do a black and white spotted cow, or maybe you didn't give your cow spots at all, and you're just going to do more of a solidly colored cow. I actually really love cows. I love those kind of light brown. They're all light brown cows. I think they're so beautiful. I have family that have cattle ranches, and I love going up and seeing all the cows. There we go. I'm going to do the horns, a yellow, kind of a rusty colored yellow. I will go back to that pink that I had before and put pink into the tongue. And then I'll take my brown that I'm going to be using for my cow. I'm going to color in the tail, and then all of the spots this color. And I'll leave the body white. There's a big spot over here. Again, kind of coming along those edges. I'm trying to keep it in the lines, but then I like doing that because I can color faster. Because when you're coming around those edges, you kind of have to slow down, focus, make sure you're staying inside that line. Spot there, got a spot over here. I'm actually going to color in this nose section, this color. Frame out that edge. And you could add some things down to the ground. You know, you could add him standing in some flowers, or maybe you have another animal, something, you know, another farm animal, a chicken or something like that standing next to him, a pig. ahead and change it however you like. Make the drawing your own. Now I'm going to do this face spot brown, and I'm going to do this ear brown. So I'm going to keep this ear white so that way it still has some of that contrast. And then just adds a little bit of color over here. And then I just have to tackle my glass of water. This is a drawing that would be pretty easy to do in just pen as well. You just kind of have to plan for the hooves if you're going to do those little V shapes inside. And then you just have to plan for the hands that are going to come into the glass of water. So if I was drawing this with pen, I would actually draw the cow first, then put the water in behind the cow. So I would actually draw it in reverse. I mostly drew it the way I did because I just kind of wanted to surprise you. I kind of wanted to make you, I don't know, make you think we were just drawing just a simple little glass of water. So now I'm going to come into this glass and color my water in. Which is nice, gives a nice pop of color since I don't have too many colors going on in this drawing. At least not too many bright ones. And then I'm also going to color in the rest of the cup because I left the cow white. If I had colored the cow in, I probably would actually leave the cup white. But since I didn't color the cow in, this is just too much white for me. So I want to add some color up there. I'm actually going to come back with that pink and do some of those cute little circles, little cheeks inside of my water. Sometimes I like doing those after, and they do appear a little bit purple since I'm putting pink on top of blue. And then I'm going to just come in with a much lighter blue and color in the glass. When I do color that glass, I will color this portion darker because it's the inside of the cup, so it should technically be a little bit more shaded than the glass itself. You can even do some little like shaded lines down. Sometimes I'll do that in glass, so it just looks like a little bit of reflection is happening inside of the glass. And then I'm just going to put a very little bit of green along this bottom edge just to give a soft floor, which of course you can color in all the way or add other things to it. Sometimes I just like doing a little, and then I'll kind of shade it down so it almost ends up looking like the shadow of the cow. Just like that, nothing too fancy. And lastly, let's come over here, give him a thought bubble. So 2 little dots. And then I always write first and then I'll put my bubble around it. So I'm going to say drink. Oh, my pens are running out of ink. More. Water. And then for my exclamation point, I'm actually going to make that a little droplet. And I'll color that in blue. So just a tiny little drop of water in there. And now I can come and do these wavy, curvy lines, giving him his thought bubble. And there we go. That is our drink water, finishing out water week. We will have one additional water drawing tomorrow for our adult sip and draw. Kids are welcome to join. It's up to your parents. They are at 8:30 p.m. Pacific time, and same as today, it will not be live. It will just post and you will be shared the link at the time of the drawing. So thank you so much for celebrating Water Week with me, and I will see you guys all back live on Monday. Happy drawing!